Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at Groq. Groq is known for an LPU that stands for Language Processing Unit, which is very fast and it will allow you work with LLMs very fast. On the Groq interface in here you'll have two options to work with Mistral and LLMA too. And Mistral is a company in which Microsoft invested some money, so that's why Mistral starting to grow. And in this video, what we are going to do is to see how you can use the API of Groq, which is free and will be like a small applications that you can use with Streamlit. And in here, for instance, you will enter something and it will generate for you 10 title ideas for videos, for instance. And yeah, in here you have the interface. So in this part, you can go and chat with the models in here. So for instance, let's chat with the LLM-A2. And here you will see that this it's very fast. It speeds the results very fast. You don't have any wait time. And the other interesting part is the API that we can use with Groq. So in here, if you go to Groq Cloud and we would log in with our Google account, for instance, in here you will have the playground and the API keys that you can create. So right now this is offered for free. And in here, like you have in the chat GPT, you'll have the option to input a system prompt and interact with it. So in here I've created already an article with all of these details and how you can use it. And I have, for instance, a prompt in here that you are a YouTube expert creator and you will help create, for instance, some video titles. So like this. And in here, for instance, you can go and add your request. So for instance, if you want to create something like I did in here for Streamlit and Groq API, you can go and ask it and you hit submit. And in here it will just spit you the 10 video title ideas. And this is using Mistral, and in here you have some options to go and change the temperature. You have the max tokens that you can change. You see that you have the 30,000 maximum, 32,000 maximum ones, and so on. And in here you can go and export this code, and you have the Python code. You can copy it and use it. You can go and use curl if you want. You can go and use JavaScript. And right now this API it's free to use, and you just need to go and register in here and create an API key that you can use. I already have one API key for this, and what we're going to do next is to go and see how we can use Python to access this API and create our custom agent that will work with Groq API and Mistral. So I have in here already created a project that we're going to use. So for this I have two Python files. The first one is just the code that you can run, and it will offer you the output. We are going to check it and test it. And the other one is the Streamlit applications that you have seen that we are going to go and check and run and see how it's working on some of details. Also, all of this code you can find it in this article. I will put a link into the video description with the article. So to be able to use the Groq API, you need to install it. So you just run the pip install Groq in there, and afterwards you will be able to use the libraries for Groq to interact with this. So let's go and see in here what we have. So if we're going just to check the code, you see that I'm importing the OS. This is because I want to put the Groq API key into the environment variables to be stored securely stored. Then you are importing Groq from import Groq, and in here you have the option to interact with the Groq API, and in here you put the model, and like you are seeing for similar things like OpenAI, in here you have the role. This is the system role that you can use, and in here you just tell it how to act. Right now I am interested to receive help for some of the YouTube videos that I am making to create more engaging titles and so on. And in here you are just telling what the user it tells. You can of course push this into a variable, for instance, that you can run when you are running this script, but this is just to demonstrate you how this is working. And then you have the options to set up the temperature for this and max tokens and stream, for instance. This is to provide you the detail as they are coming, not to wait for the complete things to be there. And then you have the options to print the response. It's quite simple to work with Python and with Groq API. Of course, you can use also the other model in here, but for this, I'm just using the Mistral one. Right now, what we'll go and do, and we'll go and run this. So let me make this thing bigger, clear. So I've already installed the Groq in here, and right now what we can do is just go and run the Python 3 with the Groq code API. So this is the file that we are currently seeing. And right now if we are running this, you will see that you will have all the responses fast added, and because it's using Mistral, it's like some really decent headers that you are going to see in here. And yeah, then you can alter this, you can put this into a variable and so on. And the other thing that you can do is to put like Streamlit in this, to have like an UI that you can use for this. So if you don't know Streamlit, it's a Python library that can help you build application fast. There are a lot of libraries like this, and Streamlit I think is the most easy one to use. It has like some drawbacks and so on, but if you want to create fast applications, this will be the best one that you can use. Also, I'm not an expert neither in Python or in Streamlit, so I have used ChatGPT to help me create this UI for this Streamlit application. And in here you will see that you will have the same things. There is a function that is defined and is fetching the API. Then again, it's telling the completion to go and chat with the client with the Groq one. And in here again, you have the model that you can set. You have the message that you are setting. And in here, I've added the request in a user content variable that we're going to use with Streamlit. So for instance, in here you will see that you have the main function, and this is the action function that it's used for Streamlit. And in here you have, for instance, the user content. This is the option where you're inputting the keyword you want. And in here you have a button that when it's clicked, it will go and run the other function, and it will populate the titles in here. And yeah, basically this is like a simple applications that you can build with Streamlit. And right now, of course, you need to install Streamlit if you don't have it installed. To do that, you can install it easily. It's just pip install Streamlit. And to run this, you just need to go and do Streamlit run and the application. Let's go and run this. In here, if we're going to do Streamlit run, and this is the name of the file where we have the code, and we're doing it like this. And right now what will happen, Streamlit, it will be open in our default browser directly. And this is the interface. It's like some standard one. You can make some changes if you want in here, basic one. So for instance, if you want to go and not use this dark mode, you can go in here and put it like light. And in here, for instance, right now, this should be fully functional. You see that this is running on localhost right now with the 8501 port, and in here you can input your titles, your keyword for the titles to be generated. So let's go and fetch this title just to see how it's working. And let's go and generate titles for this. So you see in here that it is very fast because Groq is fast, and you see that you have the 10 titles that were generated in here. So you can go and create I don't know, basic applications with this tool. Right now it's free. You don't need to pay anything for it, and it's fast. So yeah, it's like it's a good opportunity for you to go and test it out and see how it's working. Again, you can use also ChatGPT to help you create the UI for this, because again, I'm not an expert in these things, and ChatGPT helped me create all of these things. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will let in here a link how you can use Streamlit to deploy it on your VPS server in case you want to self-host your application. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.